welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting another reading vlog. Yes, I know, so many reading vlogs, but I'm starting yet another. So for the rest of this week and this weekend, I am really hoping I can finish 2 books, both of which I'm pretty excited about. This first one I've been trying to read since last December, I think. As soon as I finished the Six of Crows duology, I went out and I bought the King of Scars duology. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read this as soon as finals are over for the semester, and then I didn't. Who's shocked? Nobody's shocked. And then I put it on my 2022 TBR, and now we are almost officially halfway through 2022 and I still haven't read either of them. So I actually did start reading this book right after I finished Six of Crows, I think, but I only made it up to page 62. My bookmark is still there. Have not made any progress though, but I picked up the audiobook for this, so I think that'll be helpful. I wasn't really feeling the first 60 pages of this book, so I'm hoping that the audiobook will help to propel me through the rest of it. I don't know what I'm gonna think about this book because I haven't heard like great things. I haven't heard bad things necessarily, but I just don't think it's considered like her best series or anything, which makes sense because like what can really top Six of Crows? I don't know. And then the other book that I want to finish in this vlog is the end to a series that I've really been enjoying this year, and that is Capturing the Devil, which is the last book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I'm actually 50 pages into this book already. I started the audiobook a couple of days ago and I've really been enjoying it. I just think it's gonna be a good time. So yes, those are my reading plans, both gold books. Kind of, yeah, gold and gold. Wow, those are my reading plans for this weekend. Hopefully I can get through both of them. I don't think it'll be too much of an issue, and I am going to be starting out with King of Scars just because I feel like this is going to be the hardest one to get myself to pick up and like continue reading. So yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous, so we're just gonna start reading this one. So I just made it up to page 65 of King of Scars, and this is officially further than I made it the first time, so can we get a round of applause for me? Yes, thank you very much. I'm actually having a good time right now. I'm really glad to be back in the Grisha-verse, because when I tried to read this the first time, it was directly after I finished Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows, like all 5 of those books in the same month, so I think I needed like a little break from the Grisha-verse, but I'm actually really having a good time being back in the world. And while the story isn't like super captivating, I still love the characters and I enjoy being with the characters again. So I'm just really happy that I'm having a better time with it than I was the first time I tried to read it. I think I was probably also in a reading slump the first time I tried to read it, if I remember correctly. So it's going well this time, and that's really all that I could ask for. So I will update you later with more reading updates, duh. So yeah, I'll update you later. There's currently a spider walking around on my ceiling, so if you can see the terror in my eyes, no you can't. So it's the next day. It's Thursday, I think. I made it up to page 205 of King of Scars last night. This is literally so shiny. Maybe this is not a good idea. Made it up to page 205 of King of Scars last night. I'm not like 100% in it, you know, like it's good and I like it, and Leigh Bardugo's writing, like, it's hard to dispute how good it is, but I feel like it's just very slow. And I hate to say it, but I really am not feeling Nina's POV in this book. I loved Nina in the Six of Crows duology. She was definitely like one of my favorite crows, but I'm just like not into this plot line and it's just not really grabbing my attention. You know, I like the other POVs, but The spider came down. What do I do with it? How do I kill this thing? Oh, it's not dead. This is not how I was hoping this update would go. I'm glad you now all know what a little bitch I am when it comes to insects. You all now know so much more about me. Anyway, what was I saying? But like I was talking about yesterday, I am really glad to be back in the Grisha verse because I just think that like this entire expansive world with this rich history that Leigh Bardugo has built is just so impressive and fascinating, and I just love hearing all of the characters talk about it because it feels so real, and that's just amazing. And it honestly makes me want to like go reread Shadow and Bone, go reread the Six of Crows duology. So while I'm not like loving the plot of this book in specific, I still just love this series that Leigh Bardugo has built. So there's my update on King of Scars. I don't know how much I'm gonna read today, hopefully a decent chunk. So I will talk to you guys when I have achieved that goal. So okay, so it's like 4 now and I haven't done any reading for the day, but I thought a good way to get some reading in would be to listen to my audiobook for King of Scars on my hot girl walk. That it should be a daily hot girl walk, but honestly it's kind of turning into a bi-monthly hot girl walk because I don't think I've gone on a walk in like 2 weeks. So I just love a long walk with a good audiobook, and I really like the audiobook for King of Scars. Like the narrator is just really good, and I really like all the accents and different like, it's just a good audiobook. So I'm excited to listen to that. Gonna go on, like I said, my walk, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so it's like 8 o'clock now. I obviously am done with my hot girl walk. It was honestly the sweatiest experience of my life. I know it was only 75 degrees, but like halfway through my walk, the sun popped out and I was like burning. But I'm happy I went on my walk, so that was good. Also, I listened to my audiobook almost the entirety of the walk, and I'm now up to the halfway point of King of Scars, and I got to the second part, which what is it called? It's called The Witch in the Wood. Ooh, I am liking Nina's storyline a little bit more. There's this other person with her, and I feel like it's gonna be a fun dynamic to have 2 people becoming friends and like Nina helping her out. So I'm liking her storyline a little bit better. Obviously, the other storyline is good too. Again, I'm not like obsessed with the book, but I am interested enough to see how the main character gets rid of a certain problem. And I know that sounds incredibly vague, but I'm trying not to like talk too specifically about the things that are going on in this book because it's kind of a sequel to 2 different series in a way, and I do not want to be the one to spoil the Grishaverse for you if you for some reason have not read it. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Just know that like it's alright. You know, I wish I was loving it just because I love the main character of this book so much, but the storyline isn't like super interesting and it's been pretty slow so far. Maybe it'll pick up in the second half. I really hope it'll pick up in the second half. So I'm gonna go read a little bit more tonight and then I will update you guys tomorrow morning. Alright guys, it is now Friday afternoon. I had a really nice morning. I woke up and it was super dark and rainy, so me and my mom made crepes and we watched some Gilmore Girls, and it was just a really good time. And I haven't read anything all day though, so hopefully I can do some reading this evening. I don't know how much I'll be able to do, but I would just like to make some progress in King of Scars. And I don't think there's like that much time left on the audiobook, so I'm really hoping I can finish this up like either tonight or probably tomorrow. That is my goal. Will I achieve it? Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna start reading and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, so I have made it up to page 252. No, wait, what was it? 352. There we go. And I'm really liking the second part so far. I feel like the storylines that were already there are just getting more interesting, and they kind of introduce this other POV. And I also find this one like really interesting just because I want to see like, can this person pull this off? And so far I'm just having a good time. I think I might be able to finish it tonight just because I am getting more sucked into the story and wanting to read more of it, so maybe that'll happen. I have like 150 pages left, I think, so I make no promises, but I think that might be a thing that I could potentially do. It's just a really good time right now and I am happy that it's getting like more engaging, you know? So good stuff. Excited about that. Like I said, I'm gonna go try and read the rest of this tonight, and I will probably talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't gonna talk to the vlog again until tomorrow, but I think at this point we all know that when I say that, I will inevitably end up talking to the vlog again before tomorrow. The piece of information that was just dropped on page 375, if anybody wants to know, is actually really interesting, and I was not expecting it whatsoever, but I feel like it's really gonna spice up Nina's plotline in this a bit, and I was just like taken aback. The potential ramifications could be interesting. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, if it like is important at all. I don't know. I was just like not expecting it, so that's kind of fun. Anyway, that's my update for now. And now I probably will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, so I just finished King of Scars and I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars maybe, because I really liked it and it definitely picked up towards the end, but there are also a couple of aspects that I didn't really enjoy about it, so I feel like a 3.5 is a fair rating. I really liked the writing. It's not like her writing style is super sophisticated or like lyrical, but it's just like easy and nice to read, if that makes sense. I also just really liked, you know, the characters. We've met all of these characters before in the Grinchverse and I really liked them, and I just really liked getting a book that was more focused on them. However, I do have a couple of issues. The first issue I have is that the first part of this book was very slow and I really couldn't get into it. It definitely picked up in the second half and I was more engaged in the story, but like for the first 250 pages, I was like, I don't know. And 250 pages is a lot of pages to be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? My second issue is that there are like 2 main POVs in this book. And when I see 2 main POVs in a book, I'm like, okay, they're probably gonna cross at some point, but like the POVs don't seem to have anything to do with each other. They have like their own separate missions going on, and like maybe it's gonna cross over, but like I don't know. I know this book is like kind of a sequel to Shadow and Bone and kind of a sequel to Six of Crows, but it kind of feels like it's two different sequels happening in the same book, and it was kind of just like jarring to switch back and forth between each POV because they didn't really correlate in any way. This book honestly just didn't give me the feeling the other books in the Grishaverse has given me, although it is making me want to reread Six of Crows, even though I only read it like 6 months ago, so there's something. It does remind me how much I like the Grishaverse, but it also reminds me that I like the other books in the Grishaverse more. It wasn't bad. I didn't have like super high hopes because I haven't heard great things about it in general, but wanted to go in with an open mind, and definitely gonna read Rule of Wolves sometime soon because I know if I don't pick it up sometime soon, I will literally never read it. So it's gonna be one of the next books I read, but the next book I read, or the next book that I pick up, is going to be Capturing the Devil, because this is what I'm going to be finishing in this vlog. I think I already told you guys that I am like 57 pages into this book now, and so far I'm enjoying it. It's been a couple days since I picked it up because I've been reading King of Scars obviously, but it's time to get back into it. I'm really excited to see how this series wraps up, and I just think it's going to be a good time. So I'm going to go out to lunch actually today, but when I get back I'm going to get into this book, and I'm excited, so I'll talk to you guys later. It is a bit later, and I'm actually at the public library right now just because I want to go do some browsing, and I have like a couple different books that I'm also thinking about maybe reading, so I'd like to have them, you know, peruse them and whatnot. And I also decided to bring my Kindle with me. I don't know if I'm going to do any reading while I'm there, but if I see a nice table and the mood strikes, I might sit down and read a little bit, but I thought I'd take you guys along with me. I'm back from the library, and I thought I would give you guys a little haul, even though I think you saw literally all 3 of these already. First up, we have The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chachki. I've heard that this book is similar to Six of Crows, which definitely intrigues me, and I also have these bookmarks of, I think these are all the characters from this series, if I remember correctly, maybe. But I have these bookmarks that came in an Illumicrate box a couple of months ago, I think. It might have been the, what was it? It was a, oh, what was it? I don't remember what the box was, but these came in them, and they're gorgeous, and I love the illustrations on them. But when I got them, I was like, I don't know who these people are, but they're characters from The Gilded Wolves, so I just want to be able to use these, you know? I feel like if I use them now, I'd be a fake fan. So, I mean, that's not the only reason I borrowed the book. I am interested in the book, but the bookmarks helped me deciding to pick it up. Anyway, the next book I picked up is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is actually the second time that I've picked up Caraval from this library. I picked it up in December, no, maybe it was February. I was thinking about using it for my try a chapter video, but I ended up deciding against it. But I kind of want to read, what was it? Once Upon a Broken Heart? Maybe, also by Stephanie Garber, just because I've been seeing a lot of fan art recently of the 2 main characters, I think, and the fan art's beautiful, and every time I see beautiful fan art, I'm like, I should read the series now, you know? And I don't think you have to read Caraval before you read that book. I don't know if it's a book or a series, but I just kind of want to start with Caraval, and I've been wanting to read it for a while anyway. So like, I don't know what the deal is with that, but I have Caraval. So then the next book I picked up is the next book that I need to read in the Arranger's Apprentice series, and that is The Burning Bridge. These are just a really fast, fun read, and I'm also doing a 24-hour readathon soon, and I thought this would be a really good pick for it. The first one didn't take me long to read, so I thought this would also be a good pick, just so I could like have something short, easy to read, you know? So definitely excited to continue that series as well, and that is The Library Haul. I hope you enjoyed. So I didn't end up reading anything on my Kindles at the library. The thought did cross my mind, and then I didn't. I kind of just spent some time perusing these 3 books that I just talked about, making sure I wanted to borrow them, but now it is time to sit down and read some more of Capturing the Devil, which I am so excited about, just because the first 50 pages have been fun so far. They're getting into the murders, which, you know, is why I'm there. I mean, I'm also there for the romance, obviously. That's like the main reason that I have continued on with this series, but the murders are fun. I feel like this book is really tying in all 3 of the books well, because the first 3 books kind of had like individual plot lines and they haven't really been super connected, but I feel like this one is going to tie them together better. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm getting from the first 50 pages. So I think that'll be fun. I can't wait to jump into it. So I'll talk to you guys once I've made some more progress with that. I'm now on page 150 of Capturing the Devil, and the thing that has just happened, I knew everything was going too well, and it was all happening way too early in the book for it to like actually go well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew something was gonna happen, but I was not expecting this. But it's kind of funny. So far this book really hasn't been like too heavy on the actual plot, which I don't really mind. I love just kind of focusing on the characters and the romance and that kind of stuff, but I am interested to see if the thing that just happened has anything to do with like the murders that are happening in New York, which is where they are right now, or if Carrie Maniscalco was like, hey, you're having it too good so far, let me just like randomly throw this in here. I feel like this would be kind of random to throw in there if it didn't have to do with like the whole plot, but either way, I'm entertained and I can't wait to see what happens next, because the drama, honestly, like, we all know I live for the drama. So I'm gonna read, you know, probably a decent chunk more, just because this thing that just happened has me intrigued, it has me wanting more. So hopefully I can read a decent amount, and I will talk to you guys about it tomorrow morning. Okay guys, so it is Sunday afternoon and I just finished Capturing the Devil and I'm not okay. The ending of this book, I just loved the epilogue. I was literally about to start crying. Like, I love them. I love Audrey, Rose, and Thomas so much. Like, I'm so sad that the series is over, and honestly I hesitate to call it a favorite series because the first book was like pretty slow. I loved the second one obviously, and then the third one was also pretty slow. This one was decently paced, and I think I'm gonna end up giving this one a 4 stars, but like overall the plot isn't like my favorite part, but I absolutely consider Thomas and Audrey Rose like one of my new favorite fictional couples. Like, honestly, like top 3. It has to be. I just love them so much together, and I just love Thomas, you know, like on his own, and they just love each other so much, and it's wow. Anyway, but this book specifically, like I said, I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. I really liked the plot in this one. Honestly, the first part of it isn't too heavy on the plot. It's kind of just focused on their relationship and the advancement of their relationship. I don't know how to put that in, it makes sense. Honestly, the drama that happened also with their relationship, I was like, first of all, why is this happening? But also the tea, like, come on now. Just the overall vibes of this series, the setting, the time period, I love it all so much. Anyway, like I said, this is also the end of the vlog, so I also finished King of Scars, obviously, but I feel like I talked about it a lot yesterday, so I won't go into it too much. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. I had just, you know, a nice 5 days of reading some books that I've been meaning to read, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, as always, let me know what you guys are reading right now. I'd love to hear and discuss it with you guys, and I will see you in my next video.